For the last 25 or 30 years, I've been keeping, some people might call it a diary. I call it a journal. That's why I call this channel Mr. Jack's Journey. Today, I just want to explore a little bit about another journey. There are different stages of the journey. You know, when you're young, when you become an adolescent, when you become a young adult, middle-aged adult, and then you get into this 70, this age group of the pushing 70 here, just right around the corner, and things change. Well, then what about that age group beyond me? My mom's age group. My dad passed away 20-something years ago at the age of 71, and my mother is still alive at 93. What about her journey? It's slowing down a little bit. Every time I go visit her, it seems a little different. So this episode, I'm just paying attention to my mom. You're welcome to come along. And we're off, heading down to see my mom in Columbus, Mississippi. It's not going exactly like I wish it was going, but I find it's really tough to deal with when you see your parents getting old. Now, Daddy's been gone about 22, 23 years. He died, I think he was 71 years old. Now, Mom's 93. And it's really tough. Her mobility is, well, if it wasn't for that electric chair, and I say electric chair, you know, all pun intended, because it's what it is, an electric chair. She zooms around that place. They have speed limit inside the assisted living home. She exceeds it often. They can't give her a ticket, but she does zoom around there. You know, she really stays active, very, very active. She goes to the exercise, she does the bingo, she plays the piano for them whenever she's requested to. Now that's gotten difficult because her hearing is going, and even though she can play very easily by note, she reads music exceptionally well, she still needs to hear it. And then she plays a lot by ear. You hum a tune, she'll do it. But I'm having a tough time watching that. Yesterday I took her to Cracker Barrel, and she ate a whole meal. I've noticed there at the assisted living, she just eats a few bites. She's probably lost 30 to 35 pounds. And it was sad because the meal the other night was a grilled cheese sandwich. This was supper. A grilled cheese sandwich with a piece of bacon, so a little bit of broccoli coleslaw, and a bag of potato chips. That's what they had to eat.
So anyhow, yesterday, took her to Cracker Barrel. She said, I can't eat very much. Well, she got dumplings and chicken and a couple of sides, cornbread, and tea. She ate it all. She ate the whole meal. She took the cornbread home because she said she could get some buttermilk. I've tried it. I don't think it's very good. Cornbread crumbled up in buttermilk, it's not my thing, but she likes it. So then I took her shopping. Then I said, do you want a milkshake from Sonic? She said, yeah. So we did. Then I took her back to her little apartment, which is just a room with a bed and a sitting area. And we did some things on the computer, played a few computer games, showed her how to do a little bit more on Facebook. And then it's time for me to go. I've been there 4 or 5 hours, and of course she doesn't want me to leave. Well, her room is like a sauna. I was just sitting there sweating. And I left. She didn't like that, and I'm going to try to meet her here in about 45 minutes for breakfast. So, and make another good day of it. I love my mom. I just hate seeing her get so old. So that's it for now. I'll get my coffee, call her, and then I'll go over and we'll go grab some breakfast.
Uncle Will Hunt was the doctor that delivered Elvis Presley. He delivered for the welfare department, and he got $10 for delivering Elvis Presley. Now his house was on Madison Street, and he owned a apartment building next to it, where my first piano teacher lived. This was my mother's sister's house. My mother's sister, Mary Morgan Barlow. Uncle Barlow had a lumber company. His house was built from the lumber that he took from his lumber company. I came and visited when I was a little girl, came and spent a week with Aunt Mary and my cousin Evelyn Bolton every summer. When I'd go on the house, I came up here usually when Evelyn needed some help with the cabbage to make sauerkraut. And we would cut the sauerkraut, we would cut the cabbage up. She'd put it in the churn. But every morning, they let me go down to the railroad station because the train had come in with the mail, and I picked the mail up, came back home with it every day. I remember Evelyn, you see the magnolia trees, 2 huge magnolia trees. Evelyn would come out every morning and pick up the magnolia leaves because they made a mess of this beautiful yard. And she would be mad every day when she had to come out and pick up the leaves. There's a cistern out here where you drew the water. They had a rope with a bucket tied to it, and that's had a little wind up that you put the bucket down in the well, and then turn the wheel to bring the water up. Had a great arbor out to the south of the house. I got to go pick the grapes when they were ripe. They had a sweet smelling, sweet shrub bush at the north end of the house, and I could go pick some sweet shrub.
I don't know what sweet shrub is.
Shrub's a little bitty brown, almost nut-looking bloom. It wasn't a pretty bloom, but the smell was there.
It wasn't anything edible, just not edible, just
No, it wasn't edible. We just smelled it. And she had elephant ears along the front porch. My mom had her family, which was, 6 children, but we hardly ever came here as a group. It was just come when you wanted to. They had a little garden out here, not big like my mom and dad, but they had a garden here. Well, this was just my second home, you might say. I came and I also came when they had Bible school, children's Bible school at the First Baptist Church here. So I got to go for a week or 10 days to the Bible school when I would come up in the summer.
So you spent not just a weekend, you spent a lot of time here.
I spent a lot of time here.
Okay.